up in about 30 seconds. So we're going to get this show on the road. This is the London Live, trading the London Open with Denis Popivoda and PipsMatter.com. On the agenda, we have our watch list and a review of the active trades. We just entered USD CHF sell. I'll explain to you exactly why. And right after that, we're going to move on to the important stuff for the day. And when we're done with important stuff, we'll go right into the charts. We'll make this a power-up session and see what we can do. We got an hour to go until the important new candles come out in the FX markets, the 4-hour candle. And that should be really interesting because AUD CAD is live or die on this candle. We'll see how that works. Let's move on. So, PipsMatter.com, we are a community. We're doing these sessions live and free every day, 2 times a day. The first one is the London Open at 7 or 8 a.m. GMT, and the second one is at 1 p.m. GMT. I'm basically going over trading tips, education, live trading, going over the reviews of the trades we're taking, and basically trying to teach our system because it is a really simple and effective trading system. So from October, we're going to start charging for this like normally. It's going to be available only to the community members. And we are going to do a live session here and there on YouTube just to help out as many people as we can. These recordings are all going to be added on our YouTube channel for education purposes. Okay, let's move on. Now, the first lesson of the day is before you can become successful in trading, you basically need to develop a supreme sense of self-control, self-trust, and self-confidence. All 3 are crucial to your success. Self-control is, and all of these things fall under the mental side. Now, I did say it before, first mental, then technical or fundamental, whatever you're trading with. First master yourself, and the system stuff is easy. I always said that you can make money in the markets trading basic price action or any other system, but it's the mental stuff that's going to be your ruin or your success. We're going to be working on that a lot in the community and on the courses I'm going to be doing. The first course is going live pretty soon. I wanted it to be live last week. I never managed to do that. But just because there's so much to add. And of course, I'm busy managing funds and teaching everyone and guiding everyone, so it's not that easy. But the first one is a basic mini masterclass about our trading system. The next one is the onboarding course, which all of our members, the 70 plus, almost 80 members we have in the community, they're the ones that are going to be getting the stuff. Basically, the onboarding course, which educates you on our system and gives you everything you need to know, basically, when you join in the PipsMatter community. So once you join the community, you're going to get that, including all the tools and everything else. And then finally, the masterclass course, the main one, which is going to go over for probably 4, 5, 6 hours, maybe more. That's the one where we basically go over education. We go over absolutely everything connected, of course, to mental and technical trading. Moving on. Watch list of trades taken. On the watch list, I only have 2 pairs, Euro GBP buy, Euro CHF buy. We'll go over those things together. Just a sec, a few people want to join. Just a sec. I need to send out the link. Okay, now the executed side, we're still holding AUD CAD buy, we're still holding Boeing sell, and we are just literally entered USD CHF sell. So we're going to go over those, but before that, let's go over some very important market information that's basically going to be extremely important. Generally today, it's a really thin economic calendar. There is not much going on whatsoever. The markets will basically focus on speeches from ECB members and Fed officials. Now, we do have a speech from ECB's, I can't pronounce the guy's name, Courier or whatever his name is. He's going to be speaking twice. And then we've got Evans, George, and Kaplan from the Fed. They're speaking overnight. Yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of data. But on the other side, impeachment concerns have really risen over the last couple of days in the US as a whistleblower within the intelligence community claims, keep in mind, he claims that the president, Donald Trump, repeatedly pressured Ukraine's president to investigate Hunter Biden, former Vice President Joe Biden, Biden's son, on a phone call back in July. Now, under the Constitution, the president can be impeached for treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors, which is on the interpretation. I can't go much into this, but that's going to be fine. But as a basic education here, or maybe specific education, Trump is only the fourth president to face impeachment proceedings. The last one was Clinton in 1998. So far, no president has been directly removed. Nixon actually resigned, but he was close to being removed. So we'll see how that works. The impeachment inquiry will start in the House of Representatives, where only a simple majority is needed to bring charges forward. Democrats need no Republican votes here. So that's going to be important. Now, this could lead to a trial in the Senate where the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court presides, and where a 2/3 majority is needed to convict the president. So that's going to be really cool to see what goes on with that. Anyway, we're done with the PowerPoint. Let's move on to charts. Now, check this out. Look how these levels are working so beautifully on the DAX. We had that sell trade. We reached take profit once. We went up. We made another call up here, and it started going down. I didn't personally enter it, but a few of the members have, and that did work out for them. Now, I told them to watch out in this area, and that's exactly why I highlighted this. I just sent out that message, because at this key level here, which lines up with this level as well, you can see that well, there have been buying pushes. Even though they're selling from here, it stopped here, retested here, went back down there. So this could be an important level for the DAX. We need to keep our eyes on it, but if it does continue to break, then next support is here, and then finally take profit would be 50% from high-low, which is swing high. So what we're talking about is the bullish push, not the bottom one here, not this one, but this one here, when it started to rally. It's looking good, but I'd be very careful, and if I had good profits on this, I'd get out, because this is where we started selling it right up there, so that's a big one. Yeah, Dave, look, a really important thing here is I release all of this information out. I'm going to show you how I'm doing it. Let me just show you. Let's go over USD CHF, and I'll show you what I'm doing. So clean it up. I already have the trade open, so I don't care about that here. So what I do is I go on the daily chart, and we use the 30 Dow Chain channel, DC. We use a 13-day EMA, and the RSI is 13. Now, the main things that we focus on is contractions of price to actually enter specific trades. So let's say something like this, we would say is a bearish move. There is a more of a contraction on price, but I'll explain that later. Let me show you the DC. So what I'm doing here is when there is a straight line, so when there's a bullish push to the upside and then a big drop showing that the big boys, people who control the markets more than us, well, completely, not we have no control over this, creates a straight line. So that would be a major resistance point for me, and you can see it work here as well. Then on the bottom side, we have bearish movements, so bearish pressure, lots of selling, and then we go back up. So that means massive profit taking has taken here. So we would put the support right there. And you can see it work again and again and again. Now, I don't really trade much on the daily chart. I do here and there on big trades, such as shorting the S&P, I think back in May. Yeah, back in May, the DAX and the S&P. Then we would get this level too, right? So that would be important. But again, these are not specific prices. These are trading ranges. What we do is we get the low and the close. So this would be the trading range in this case. And it does work. You just have to kind of, you know, be ready for it. This is a minor level here as well. See that right there? Price did come down and then bounced up. So I'll put that down as well. And I think that's enough. I mean, we have this level. We have the close here as well, which could be important. And you see it lining up to this level there, right? So that looks good. And then what I would do is go down to the 4-hour chart. And that's where we would locate our trade entry. That's basically what we would be doing. So you see, we do have the support here. And that's this one over there. That's this one right there. We're kind of bouncing off that level. Now what I'm going to do is go on the 4-hour chart. We'll do the exact same. We had a bullish push from bottom to top, strong push down. Clearly that was news, but we'll still mark it down and you can see it work. It worked over here. What we want to do is receive a candlestick confirmation. Now we had a retest in the previous 1, 2, 3 candles ago. We had a test of this zone, of this trading zone. And if I get the close as well, you see it being tested now again. And that's why I took this short here. I want to see price action break down out of this. The 13 EMAs used as a resistance level or as a support as well on breakouts or basic trend movements. So I'm looking at this going down, and I'm taking it all the way down to this key level over here. It's not a very big move, but I day and swing trades. So from price to there, 66 pips can be reached in a day or two. So that's it for the Dow chain channels. Now, what else we do is we use price action contractions. So such as this would have been a great sell. You have a contraction of price and a retest test here, close here, breakout there, and then slowly trending downwards. So this is the basic idea of a trade. You have the resistance up here, price touched it, created a contraction, we go down. That's exactly what we did on DAX here with this double top and this major resistance level. This is done on the daily, that's why it's a bit higher, but I'll just put it down. And yeah, and that's pretty much how the system works. So I hope I explained that well for you. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the active trades very quickly. So I am actually shorting this as well from the top here, but this is a very small trade that I've taken. Well, not small trade, I've taken a 5-lot trade, and I'm targeting the bottom down here. It's pretty close to come to it, 23%, 23.6% of the contraction, the major one. I didn't release it as a trade alert, more of a meeting to pay for my tickets because I'm flying on, I'm flying on the 5th of October. Let's start with this one. That's Boeing. I trade stocks and pretty much everything else. Okay, that's good. Dave, look, shorting GBP USD is a really good idea right now because of everything that's happening with the UK. But I'm not basing it just on fundamentals. There is clear technical patterns here. So I think once 30% gets broken from contraction high to low, as you can see it here, that's the low, that's the high. I'm going to be shooting this real hard towards the downside of 50%, which is this level here. I think also 61 can be tested, but 50 is more than enough because look, at the breakout of this, that's a really nice 115 pips. Again, I might not get out at 23.6 if I see good volume and I see candlestick confirmations of a breakout, then I'll hold. But otherwise, if I see some kind of retest happening, I'm getting out. So that's it for that one. This one, we're waiting for 1:30 p.m. GMT for the markets to open. We have this major level here, which was tested a few times. We did push above it. There is a nice contraction. We are at the key level. If it goes above this high here, I'm getting out. But there's a lot of pressure on this, so I'm targeting 61. So let's say like this is what I do. Gives me a 2.15 risk reward, which is perfect for me. So yeah, the good thing I'm using C-Trader. So unlike MT4, you actually can't move the stop loss when the market's closed. On C-Trader, I can, and that's really what's working for me. I've got MT4 and C-Trader. I hate the MT4. It's horrible. C-Trader is just perfect for me. But again, the platform's not really important. I always say this. I use TradingView for my analysis and the platform just for execution. So it's more of the broker kind of thing. But again, C-Trader has much more perks for us traders than MT4. AUD CAD. Now, 46 minutes to wrap up this 4-hour candle. If this doesn't close, I had a good profit on it, targeting 50% here. Also maybe 61 because it's an important level. You can see it here being a really nice resistance level. And this is the trading range. The daily is showing me something to be concerned about, that maybe, just maybe, price just can't break 30%. You can see it's not closing above it, and that's causing me a bit of an issue to worry about. So this is how it looks like. This is the exact levels. You can see that 30% can't be broken. My last hope is that we'll see a free higher lows. That's a pattern that really works for me. So low. That's my dogs, if you guys can hear anything. They're playing. We got the higher low here, right at a trend line, and we're trying to build the final one. Now, the thing that gives me hope is that this one has had a nice shadow. So if this can go back up and close here, I think I'm good to go. Otherwise, if I see a close below this, especially a close below this level here, then I'm out. Then I'm definitely out. But for now, I'm waiting for a third lower high. And then if there is one, I might hit this baby one more time and push to the 50, maybe 61. I'll see how price action reacts. All in all, it's looking good. I'll just remove this because it's distracting for me. So that's the second trade. Then we've got GBP USD. That's the other trade I'm running. Holding on to this one, there could be a bit of a head and shoulders going on, hopefully. Hey, girls, stop. Again, I need to see a break below 23.6 and then, of course, below 30% to continue going to the downside. USD CHF, just entered this. This is looking good. I got a small profit of, I think, like 4 pips. Again, I need to see a break below this level. If that happens, so this low here, then I'm good to go. I'll be holding on here, and I might even start compounding, either at the break or I'll wait for a retest of this area and then go in. Doesn't have to be a complete retest with a closing candle there. It could be just a price action retest, and I'll do that. Next up is this one here. It's finding support, so I just need to tell Michael to get out of this one. Just one sec. Mike, I think you should close the 30. Now I need to send him a voice message because he's a busy guy, so I can help him out, make sure that it's working out. Hey, Mike, I sent you a message on Discord. I think you should close DAX. 30% seems to be holding. Still 44 minutes, but you got a good profit there. Maybe get out. Okay, now let's go over the two pairs that I have in my watch list. Like I said, they are these two, Euro GBP buy, Euro CHF buy. Let's do that together right now, and I'll do a complete review of them and see where we can go from there. So, Euro GBP. GBP is looking pretty weak. We have a beautiful contraction on this one. Check that out. That's on the daily. We do have a breakout. We are using this minor support. I already have the support listed in, but just for the sake of education, because that's my purpose with all of these sessions, is just to help out people and show them the way I trade. Maybe it helps them in one way or another. So again, see, I'm not using this level. This is a level for me. Remember, I'm not saying price, I'm saying level, price action level. This could be one too, but I'll use the close because it looks a bit better than that. And then we'll get the bottom there. And we'll use this bottom just for the sake of seeing if it is a key level. No need to put more. I mean, I can go a bit back in time here. The max out go is about 2 years and just locate all the main levels. But Euro GBP, as you see, has been a bit wild and ranging more than trending. So you won't find much in terms of levels on the daily. It's the 4 hour where we find the magic. So let's do this now. I'm going to draw the contraction and show you what I'm looking at here. So we got the contraction top. And we're pushing down here, and I'm getting the close. I'm getting the, hey, girls, stop. Okay, so I'm getting the close. I'll show you what I mean here and the way I chart. I'm getting the close of this candle because the next one is pretty much the same price. So I'm using that as an irrelevant candle, and you can see it work. Then we have a breakout here, and then we have a retest. That's our buying zone as well. That retest. Even this breakout could be a buying, then a negative compound here. Now we're going to get the bottom of the contraction. So this is the price range of this. We'll get this level here and do that. Now I'm going to do it like this, and I'm going to avoid this candle here. We had a bit of a gap up. And that's the contraction. That's exactly what it looks like. So next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the fib retracement. I'll take the top. I'll take the bottom of price action, and I'm going to list myself my 2 key price action levels, which are going to act as profit levels. 50% and 61%. Now I'm done. I'm going to mark up as well 30% as red, and I'm going to mark up 23.6 as red too. These are my resistance levels, and they need to break. So now what are we going to do here? We're going to get this, and we're going to start drawing up levels. And you can see this level here pretty much lining up with both of those levels. We'll just make it black so we know it's a key level. Right? So it's right in the middle here. That's going to be our major resistance level. The closing here is a little higher, so we're not going to bother with that. It's looking good. You see, you don't have to draw so many price levels. We do have one up here and one down there, so that's kind of irrelevant right now. This trade is looking really hot, and I am going to release it to the community, especially after the 40 minutes are up. Because I kind of, you know what, increases my effectiveness of trades. Yeah, I might lose 10, 5, 20 pips, but I'd rather have a more sure trade rather than a loser. So I'm going to wait 40 minutes on this one. But like I said, it's in my watch list, so I'm focused on it, and I'm going to share it with the community just to make sure that everyone is on board. So here we go. Let's release this quickly. Just hold on. So basically, I told the community exactly what I said in this webinar or workshop. Euro GBP is on the watch list for a buy, 40 minutes to new candle. That's when we're going to make our decision. That's it. So the next one up is Euro CHF buy. Now check this out. Check this out. Now this looks good too. There's a nice little contraction. We are at the possible key level. We've got another one over here. Look at that. Got another one right there, lining up with price action. So this is a bit of a different style of contraction, but we're taking the swing down, swing up. It's all at the same price level, and it's looking good. So what we're gonna do is do this, and then I'm gonna do this, and that's it. Total contraction. There's gonna be a move here, and this is gonna be a trade alert because we are at the key level, and you can see that key level working here, here, here. A little bit of resistance there, breakout, breakout, support, push up. You see what I mean? Check this out. Resistance 2 times, breakout, down, up, use the support, pushed up. That's our key level. So here's our trade. We're going to take the close of the bottom. We're going to get the bottom here as well, just to make sure that that's the level. And you can see 50% pretty much lining up with this key level. So that's exactly the price target we're going to use. Now I'm going to execute this trade for myself, and I'll use this level, 82 pips. And what we're going to do with the stop loss is we're going to put it right there, right at this level here, just to give us that breathing room. 30 pips, 82, 2.7 risk reward. That's exactly what we want to see. So this is going out as a trade alert in the community. So Spiridon is going to release that. Let me just execute the trade. That's it. So I'm in the trade. This is a secondary trade that I've just taken. It's looking good. The community is going to get that. We're going to continue to monitor it, but the good thing is on its way up, it doesn't have much. So look at this. Every time it came to this zone, the push up took us to the key level. Down and then up, down and then up. See that? So we're bound. Technical analysis works because the market has a memory. Of course, if we see a breakout to the downside, we're just going to get out and look for any other possible trades. So yeah, we've been running for 22 minutes now. I mean, it's more than enough. I provided plenty of education, given really good information on a couple of trades, and I have nothing more. The good thing is AUD CAD is coming right back in. Still 36 minutes though. A lot can happen in 36 minutes. That's one thing we need to all understand, that you really realize the value of a minute when you're trading the markets, because in that 1 minute, everything can change on a candlestick, meaning your trade can like get into profit, give you more hope, like that your pattern is going to work out, or totally collapse and die. So you really need to wait for that last minute. And when the new candle comes out, that's when you make your trading decision. So this looks good. We do have this minor resistance. You see that dot here, the dotted line? It's from this level. Price action came strong down, bounced up to this next level, and then broke it, and then ranged until it came right out of it. This looks like a really solid trade. I think we're going to be, the main reason I'm saying this is the contraction, and then we have this possible head and shoulders. So we just need to basically break the 23.6 and 30, and we're basically set for a big gainer here. USD CHF slowly coming back down here to retest this level. Like I said, we want to see a close below the previous low, and then we'll continue riding it, but that's the take profit right there. The DAX finding support, so I hope my friend there and client went out. And finally here, Euro CHF working out. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, that's it. Any questions? I'm going to stop the share. So we're going to stop sharing. And if you got any questions, feel free to ask them now. I'll wait about 2 minutes and then I'm going to stop this session. So the risk reward in that trade is 2.71, which is a great one. And then the SL is pretty far away, giving us enough room to breathe. Okay, cool. Then nobody's got any questions. Thank you, and I'll see you guys later. Bye now.